Yes, we love you too, Jay Connolly. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. We're not. You guys are on.
Yeah, I know we're on.
Hello. I can't hear.
You can't hear anything?
Nope. I might be in a.
Oh, hold on. Something's.
Whoopsie. Hope you guys are enjoying Iconicon so far.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you here, but I can't hear you through the headphones.
Okay. We will figure that out. Stand by. Sorry about this, guys.
This is me right here. So.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, shit. Ah. Okay, I think. Nope. Nope.
You should be able to hear. It's coming through.
I don't hear anything.
What are you supposed to be hearing? We're talking to the camera.
I don't hear. I can't hear the microphone taps.
You should be able to hear your own microphone.
You should. There's something you're going to hear.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody.
Well, hello there.
Yeah, because there's nobody coming over.
There's nobody remote.
Yes, Sunzu42. We are also live on Retroblasting on the YouTube channel.
So I think we're fine. I
I
think
don't think you need headphones because you're not going to have anybody calling in.
Oh, we're not talking to
we're
anybody.
not talking to anybody.
Oh,
So-
okay. So as long as the YouTube channel can hear us.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
can hear us. Yeah.
Cool. Hello. We're like cavemen trying to figure out the wheel here.
It's a whole, it's a world unto itself. All right. So first up,
Well, first of all, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Retroblasting.
Hello.
And, the Reclaimers Vintage Toys charity auction for Canines for Warriors.
all super chats during this live stream also go to Canines for Warriors. So even if you don't want to bid on one of the items in the Whatnot app, if you decide to send a super chat or a super sticker, 100% of that money will go to Canines for Warriors during this live stream. And it's a great charity that supports veterans with doggies.
Yes.
So
yeah, service dogs and
Mhm.
PTSD dogs, and
Mhm.
they do. We vetted them out. They're a great charity.
Mhm.
There were a lot of charities we wanted to use this year. We did the Patrick Dempsey Center last year and raised a few $1,000s for that.
Mhm.
I think our goal this year was 5,000.
5,000. We're running a little bit of a deficit there. We're running a
Okay.
little bit behind. So yeah.
So we got to make some of that up, guys. I procured a bunch of these items over the past year and just kind of put them in a pile, set them aside. Some of them I picked last minute. One of them we actually had donated by an audience member, a viewer that was at our Iconicon meetup on Monday.
Yep.
Very graciously. It's something he's had for 20 years, and he just wanted it to go to a good place, and he knew what we were doing, and he was like, I just want you guys to have this. His name is William McLaughlin.
Mhm.
And I actually found out that he lives in the same town that I do down in Florida. So that was kind of it's a small world indeed.
Yep. So for those of you who want to bid in the Whatnot app, the description and the link.
This guy says it's not on the Retroblasting YouTube channel.
It's unlisted.
I just listed it.
Okay. It's
Okay.
listed now.
It should be listed now.
This has been sorry, go ahead.
Okay, it says it's listed now. So.
Okay, this has been a little bit of a scramble today, guys. Just to give you some background into why it's been a scramble with this auction is not because of the auction. It's because there were some people that were being interviewed that decided to change their availability from Sunday to Saturday. And that threw Saturday off entirely. So just bear with us for a few seconds. I think that was the last wrinkle to get sorted out.
Yeah,
But
I think everything else is good.
yeah, the link is in the description to the Reclaimers Whatnot app storefront. So you will, or auction house or auction front.
Right.
Yeah. So if you look in the description of the video, you will see the link and how to get there and then bid on these items.
And as a last minute addition as well, I have decided to list the vintage 1991 windbreaker that I wore I've only worn this once, by the way. It is clean. It doesn't smell like me. I don't think.
That makes it worth more money.
Yeah, exactly. You get my musk. For those of you on Whatnot, you can't see this, but it is in the listing in the store. If you click on the little store icon on the right, you see all of the items that are listed there. And you can also still pre-bid on things that have not been put up yet. If you know what you want to bid on something and just don't want to take that chance. This I picked up for Iconicon. I have a flair for vintage retro fashions, and I thought this was the most 1990s thing I've ever seen in my life. So we are going to throw this one in at some point. We had a few people in the opening ceremonies ask specifically if they could buy that in the auction or bid on it. So I was like, you know what? When am I going to wear it? You know, I'm not going to wear that to a random Wednesday night at the bar. So, or maybe I will. So if it doesn't sell, it goes home with me. But if not, I would love to ship it out to you guys. So the first thing, we're like I said, we're going to spend about 5 minutes on each item. We've got about 13 items. So hour and a half, and we have to be done on time because we have something following us. So the first item that we have up is Hachiman from the Thundercats line. He is in pretty good shape. He's got, I will zoom in a little bit if you can see it. There's a little bit of chew marks on the sword.
You can go fast. You can go fast, Tim, on that zoom if you want.
Yeah, there's a, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, Tim, but there's a little bit of dings on the sword tip. It's not bad. It's pretty standard on this guy. The paint apps are very good on the face and head. Usually he has a rub from his helmet. And we're doing double duty with two cameras here. This is fun. He's in awesome shape, and the button does work. The action button. Good old LJN. What do you think about Thundercats, Michael?
Actually, in all fairness, Hachiman was one of the few figures I was interested in as a kid, and that's not because he's up for auction. And the frustrating part is I still don't have him in my collection. I saw him as the Usagi Yojimbo of the line. I really liked him, and I wanted to get him as a kid, and then I never ended up getting him because my brother sort of co-opted Thundercats. So, but I think he's one of the nicest figures in the line. Probably because Lyle Convoy, if you're watching, please take this in stride. But it was also because you could pretend that he was in other toy lines as well. He wasn't as limited as a cat person was. You know,
Samurais for your other toys.
Yeah, samurais for your other toys. Yeah.
I love his character in the cartoon. He's just such a badass.
Yeah.
He's just, you know, nobody wants anything to do with Hachiman. Like, they don't want any.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when Hachiman's coming for you, it's like the boogeyman.
I mean, he's a great looking figure, and he comes with and also his action feature makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's like, whoosh.
Yeah. It's not like Chitara where she's like, it's like, what's going on here?
You can pre-bid to answer that question. If you click on the store, on the right, I think you should be able to pre-bid. I don't know if you can once the auction is live, but if you click on the store, which is in the bottom right corner, it'll give you a listing of everything that's available in the auction, and there should be a pre-bid option. I know Tim was able to pre-bid on the Hall of Justice just to test it out. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jay Connolly. I appreciate that. So all right.
So the auction's live?
Auction's live, and
okay.
We've got 37 people in there, which is decent. You know, the more the merrier. So, and if you share the Whatnot app link to somebody else and they join Whatnot, I think you get 10% off your purchase or something like that. I haven't checked all that out, so don't quote me on that, but it does pay to kind of virally market this to your friends and have them join up and buy something.
Yeah.
And it's for a good cause. Whatnot doesn't have it set up to where they can do auction payout options for auctions. But once we get the funds, once you win the item, it comes directly out of your PayPal. Whatever you have set up linked to Whatnot to bid, it'll come directly out right when the auction's over. They charge you the shipping. We print out the label, boom, put it on the box, we ship it to you. So it's very simple. From a selling standpoint, it's just a little bit of learning curve. But once you receive the item is when I get paid. So once we get paid, then we put that money towards the charity.
Movie Oubliette says, I'm just enjoying the close-up of Matt's arm.
Well, I'm pretty exhausted, so you're not even getting like full flex here. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that's good. But yeah, we're going to start the bidding on Hachiman here in a second. Once the bidding starts, there are no sniping. Even if you're used to eBay and you're like, I'm going to sneak in at the end.
Doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way. If it's down to 2 seconds and you get your bid in, it resets automatically to like another 10 or 15 seconds or whatever.
Right.
So anybody that you're dueling with is not going to lose because of a sneaky maneuver.
Yep. Yahoo Japan works that way. Yahoo Auctions Japan, they don't like sniping either.
Yeah, I hate that about eBay, and I always have, because it'll be like, yes. Oh, I'm right there. I'm the winner with half a second left, and then boom, you lose.
Yeah.
They've leveled the playing field at Whatnot. So,
and it's very fitting that we just referenced Yahoo Auctions Japan and Whatnot having the same bidding system while we put Hachiman up first. So you must bid with honor.
Yeah.
You
must bid with honor.
There is no dishonorable bidding strategies that you can use to win this character.
Also, international bidders, I don't know if Whatnot, from what I've seen, I know we have somebody overseas that tried signing up and pre-bidding and all. I don't think that they will ship it to you because the shipping is baked into the weight and everything that I have to put into the calculations. So if you are overseas, you're going to have somebody stateside make an account, buy it for you, whatever. That's all on you to coordinate. We don't do any of that. So we apologize. Not much we can do about it. And also, I think that's it.
I think that's it.
So once this goes, I think I'm going to do it at 90 seconds.
Okay.
If possible.
Wow. That's a fast auction.
I got to remember how to do this. It's been a while. Keep
talking.
Yeah,
Fill the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fill the air until I can figure it out.
I remember when the Hachiman figure was brought out. I remember seeing him in the cartoon, and I just liked the fact that he was this medieval samurai guy. I thought that was enough to want to have the figure, much like Usagi Yojimbo in the Turtles line. But I can't remember exactly why. I think I was too busy looking for Silverhawks at the time to go after him. Okay. But I always regretted not having him as one of my Thundercats acquisitions.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
All right, and we're off. Oh, wait. Starting bid. Crap. We're going to start this guy at $1. How about that?
Wow. All right, so it's starting at $1, and we have a 90-second auction for LJN Vintage complete working Hachiman.
All right, we're up to, looks like $13. We're at $15. All right.
Wolfie says, this is freaking awesome, like Home Shopping Network for vintage toys.
Yeah, Whatnot's, it's really cool, especially as a buyer. The bad part for sellers is that a lot of stuff goes for pretty cheap. So I've actually bought a lot of stuff on Whatnot and then sold it on Reklaimers just because I got such a good deal on it.
Scuba Pete says operators are standing by.
Call now. Peggy would love to assist you. What was that, like Captain O, the Olympic? Or whatever?
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, and I love that there's no sniping, and it's a pretty cool thing. You don't see a whole lot of really high end stuff getting put on there. Nobody's going to put up a vinyl Cape Jawa and let it roll on a 99-cent starting bid, because you just never know. Yeah, and once it's sold, and you're kind of out that money.
Out of luck. Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine do a Star Wars auction, and he brought in a Star Wars collector to kind of go in with him, and they thought they were going to get a lot more people and everything, and I ended up getting a complete Darth Vader for like $12.
Wow.
Yeah, and
that's awesome.
Really nice, and it was like I felt bad,
Right.
Looks like Sano 196 is our winner at $35. Congratulations.
And Lio Convoy is in the house. Hachiman is interesting. Got tons of info on him. So yeah.
How's it going, Thomas? Yeah, we just put your boy Hachiman up, and he did not disappoint. And I will give you this.
So I guess we need. They sell as a set, right? The 2 sectors. Oh no, there's
only one sector.
Oh,
Tim, the other one is part of them too. Oh. Sorry.
No problem.
Tim don't even know his sector. All right. Next up, we have. I mean, I do, but I'm kind of a mutant. Next up is Zach and Bitar from the 1985 Coleco Sectars line, which is a really cool line.
Yeah. I loved the puppet integration of the bugs, and the figures are really nice. They're based off the Rambo construction, I guess. I don't remember which one came first.
The Sectars came first.
Sectars came first. Yeah.
For Rambo. Also keep in mind, another nice addition to Whatnot is when you buy multiple items, they combine the shipping on it. So they've changed it. I think July 1st or something. It might have been June 1st. It used to be it was just an extra $1 for everything that you won. They've changed that because they realized they were losing money on combined shipping. So they do all the calculations on that. So I don't know how that works, but they watch out for you. So you're not going to overpay for shipping on multiple items. So keep that in mind.
You know what, Albert? Watch this.
And then he got up and left.
I'm not going to sit here and take complaints.
What was the complaint?
Oh, the lighting's bad. Oh, the lighting.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's like a Kmart in here, so that's...
Timed out, too. Like 3 times.
It's Retroblasting after dark.
Timed out 3 times.
Oh.
I'll get the light. I got your lighting right here. There.
Put a nice sepia tone on me so I don't look like a disco ball under these lights.
How's that? How's that, Albert?
Yeah.
You can see Albert's not betting anymore.
All right. Yeah, that's correct. It's still a very fair price for combined shipping. I've never been dissatisfied with it. So, all right. I think that's been a few minutes. Yeah, Sectars is a great line. This is a complete figure. He's very nice, and the paint is good on him. Tight joints, all that stuff. Nothing broken. A couple of dings in the shield, I believe, or those might even be from. Yeah, just a couple of little tiny marks from the shield. Some rigorous play. He does have the correct blaster. A lot of people put the wrong weapons with Sectars. Drives me nuts, especially when I buy lots to complete other ones.
Yep.
So we're going to start the bidding on Zach here. Also at $1.
In fact, I'll even up the gain.
Uh-oh. Look at Michael upping the gain.
Oh, I don't need gain. I don't need any gain.
He got gain.
All right. That's good. We're good.
We good. All right. Hey, we got a new follower, Big Sexy. Thank you for the follow. Big Sexy, spending money. Actually, we have a pre-bid on the Sectar. He is starting at $21.
Wow, so he's at $21 right now?
Pre-bid.
Wow.
That's the beauty of pre-bidding too, is whenever somebody has their stuff previewed and they have pictures and everything, you can go in and be like, oh, I'm pre-bidding $30 on that. I won some figures a few weeks ago doing that.
Master Son is doing his typical shtick. The turntable is moving too fast. He needs spotlight. He has dust on it. Shouldn't you be wearing gloves? Please don't move me.
Why aren't you wearing archivist gloves?
I wouldn't get through half of these live streams if Master Son wasn't around in the chat. Him and Jason Anderson just keep me laughing the whole time. Keith Knight's with us. Good to see you, Keith Knight. And Movie Oubliette's in the house.
How's it going, Keith?
Movie Oubliette's here. Scuba Pete, Jason Anderson, Cute Fluff, George Aiken, Wolfie, Rebel Wookie, Bobby L. Collins, Cal L48, Grindhead Jim, Mega Commandy. We have the usual suspects in the house. Will McLaughlin.
The regular Rogues Gallery.
That's right.
Retroblasting fans.
That's awesome.
And Iconicon fans in general.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to see Conrad from Movie Oubliette buy a Sectar and use it in a video.
In a video? Yeah. Sectars. Should they be let out of the oubliette or put back in?
So we're at 43 currently on Zach. And I love doing it this way, as clunky as it's kind of been starting out. when we did it on Facebook last year, sure, it's smoother.
Right.
We don't have the app to worry about, but it was such an actually it was pretty decent, but usually it's hard tracking people down. And did Bobby Vallo win that? Vala 316. I wonder if Bobby Vallo just won Zach for $52.
Lio Voice says, why is he out of his box? In fact, why is he a toy? Turn him back into the raw material as God intended.
Convoy.
Wow.
Not a fan of sectors,
We're getting fancy here. Ooh, look at this.
We're taking things into 1990 with a little Dick Tracy action. We're not going to put these on the Lazy Susan because I don't want them flying off and hitting me in the face.
Sure.
Although it might be
I
an
wonder.
improvement.
I bet you it's slow enough. Let's just test one and see what happens.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe
put-
not both at the same
No,
time.
no. Obviously, we can't do that. Look at that.
Hey, that's some showcase showdown stuff right there.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
This reminds me of the end of Wheel of Fortune when they had like that little like, cubby hole of prizes, and there was always like that porcelain Dalmatian.
Yep.
And people would buy that. I'll take the porcelain Dalmatian for $79, and it was always like, what the hell are people doing with that?
Right.
Like,
This
I'm gonna
also
put this in my
reminds me-
feng shui room.
This reminds me of the South Park episode where the guy was on QVC and his granddad kept buying all the stuff, and finally Stan like calls in, and you just see the thing rotating. It's like the jewelry, and he's like, "Yeah, you're a horrible person, and you should kill yourself."
So these are Dick Tracy mint on card. The cards are not mint. They just like most of these, they have card wear. This one's unpunched for what that's worth.
And the brow, as somebody who is one of the few people who likes the Dick Tracy line, the brow is one of the more sought after figures. He's not like the blank, but he seems to go for more desirability. There's more desirability to find him carded.
He was more of a classic. I mean, he was more of a arch rival for Dick Tracy.
Yes.
More so than somebody like, Littleface or whoever.
Right, and
Some
he
of the
was
ones
killed
that-
early in the movie, but people who love Dick Tracy still want him in. He was one of the first figures I bought. As a matter of fact, it's weird. These are the first two figures I bought from Dick Tracy, and they're both sitting here in this auction.
Did I know that?
I wonder if you did.
I mean, I might have.
But I was looking forward to him in the movie, and then when they killed him at the card table in the very beginning with like 2 lines, I was really disappointed because he is one of the comic strip's most famous villains.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I don't want to say the Joker to Dick Tracy's Batman, but
Right.
he's up there. Like,
He's up
in
there,
that
way
row
up
together.
there. And Jason Anderson says, "You spin me right round, Tracy, right round like a figure, Tracy, right round, round, round."
Yeah, there are a lot of connections to the items that I procured in this list for this auction that are related to Retroblasting. The Sectars is how I found your channel years ago, and first became a fan when I think you had like 1,500 subs.
Right, it was like with repairing the Dragonflyer,
and I needed to repair a Dragonflyer, and I was like, let me go on YouTube. Some toy nerd's gonna show me how to do this, and I was just
That'd be
really
me.
not
Everybody,
only
that'd
did it
be
tell
me.
me exactly what I
It's
needed
all
to
words.
know, but it was easy, and it was just it wasn't annoying like some where it's like
Let me see if I can get this camera to focus.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second.
And then they'll show you like the first part of it, and then it's like, okay, I got it all together now. And they skip all the pertinent info, and so then I started watching your stuff, and then we became pals. But yeah, and Dick Tracy, obviously, Retroblasting did an episode on that. The APC, again, a little further down the road, I donated an APC to be used on the channel.
Yeah, I needed a stunt APC, and I thought he was going to send me literally a stunt APC, which is what I wanted because I didn't want anything real nice. Everything Matt sends is like ding, and it's like I even wrote him. I said I can't roll this in a dirty yard. He goes, yeah, you can. It's GI Joe, and I went, oh, okay, we're fine.
It's an APC. That thing's bulletproof.
Yeah, and I've still got it. I've got the APC from that scene that you sent me. I've still got it.
This isn't that one, but
no.
I mean, it could have been.
I
could have just lied. And
You could have just lied. Yeah, this is the APC that rock and roll's hanging off the bumper of the back. No, we're not going to lie to you about that. So
we're going to start Dick Tracy here. I don't know if there's a pre-bid. There's a pre-bid at $10. So
Wow.
that is what it will
And these are
start
going
out.
together as a lot, right?
Yes, these are together as a
Mhm.
lot. They're not separate.
Mhm.
So you are bidding on the Brow and Dick Tracy. And starting auction. We are live. Whoa. Wow. The bidding is at $39.
I'm telling you, the Brow is like one that the fans from this Dick Tracy line want.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, I was reading.
No. That's your job is to read that. Your job is not to pay attention to me.
Yeah, and that's the power of pre-bids too, is
Mhm.
it jumps right to whatever the pre-bid is.
Yep.
And I saw $10, and between then and me hitting the button, it's now at now it's at 43. But and that's, I mean, they're on card. You won't get a mintier example if you want to
Mhm.
open them. I know that's sacrilege to some collectors, but
There are more Dick Tracy, even with the rising prices. Dick Tracy is like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
There are a lot of carded ones.
Mhm.
Most of them were overstock. The challenge is, if you're a mint on card collector, the challenge really is finding that pristine, gradable example.
Yeah.
But if you are an opener or you just like having MOCs that don't cost you an arm and a leg, Dick Tracy's a great line to collect, barring the Brow, of course.
Right.
Or no, sorry, barring the blank, the brunt, the blank, the Brow,
the
the blank,
the brank,
the brank.
the blow. Yeah, the question on the Hall of Justice, there's a couple of small issues with it. It's probably going to start. It's going to start low. It's not going to be $1, but
Mhm.
if there's no pre-bids, I'll probably start it at like $25 or something like that. It is complete, but there are a couple of small issues, and there is a reproduction ramp.
Mhm.
Lunarius 81 is the winner on Dick Tracy at $47.
Wow.
Congrats.
Good deal.
So congrats
Good deal.
on those two. Tim, if you will do the honors.
This next, right?
Can we just give a shout out to Tim Ward, the man behind the moderation?
Tim is our Vanna White for this auction.
And he is graciously devoted and donated his time to be with us here for Iconicon this year.
Yes.
So
Tim is our behind the scenes hero. He has been cleaning up the town in the chat. He has been an invaluable
the
man in the chair. He has been solidly running a lot of our operations here
Mhm.
from behind the scenes, making sure all of the streams go smoothly.
Yep.
And he's been fun as hell to hang out with.
That's
So,
right.
Tim, we love you, man. Michael was possibly going to have to prep for another stream and might not have been on this with me. So Tim was actually going to take up the reins and jump on. So he is always there for us. This is the 1985 Kenner Mask Gator. Mobile Armored Strike Command, for those not indoctrinated. It is an awesome piece. It is in beautiful shape. His mask is the short version, and it is, I can open this. It's always a little, I can demonstrate it.
I'll get this out of your way so it doesn't go flying into this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is that where the mask is supposed to be stored?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
I'm educational and entertaining.
Wow. I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, the short mask fits on there. The long one does not.
Does every vehicle have a mask storage spot?
No.
I started to say. That's why I didn't.
One.
Wow.
That's what that little notch is for. And
I wish they'd have done that with the Thunderhawk. That would have solved me a lot of problems as a kid.
I figured that out when I was a kid. I like pulled it. It was one of the first ones I got. And I was like, oh, this fits right on there. So I guess that's what that's for.
Wow.
And then when the other ones didn't have it, I was like, damn it.
Wow.
It is a original depth charge. Those are usually missing. It does have the roll bar gun, and that is also original. I know there's a lot of reproductions that are out there, and I don't have a huge problem with them as long as people are honest about it. And I am always that.
What is that? Is that all? Does it always snap? Oh no, wait! I think something popped.
The spring snapped. Yeah, it's fine. You have to like line it up perfectly, and then yeah. So now it's good.
That thing. These mask vehicles make me finicky sometimes. I hear those snap, crackles, and pops, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, and the windshield is good. A lot of those have stress cracks in them sometimes, but this is a beauty. I happened into two of these at the same time, and I kept one, and there's the other.
Good deal.
So yeah, and we're continuing to get followers here that are popping in. We're at 61 people, which
Wow,
is
nice.
Respectable for a Whatnot
Mhm.
auction. Usually there's between 50 and 100 for most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're on Whatnot, I mean, check out some other stuff after the auction. They sell a lot of things on here. There's clothing auctions and jewelry and sneakers and butterfly knives and all kinds of stuff. It's a great alternative to eBay because down with them. So yeah, any thoughts on the mask?
I always loved the Gator. It was one that I wanted to get, but I couldn't get it in time before it was out of stores. And right as I really got obsessed with it, it was gone, much like my experience with the Tomahawk from G.I. Joe. Yep. I had the Thunderhawk, the Raven, the Firefly. I don't even know why I ended up with the Firefly. I would have preferred this over the Firefly. But yeah, I wanted this one so badly. Never had it in childhood. I have it now, but
I want to say this was the same price as the Thunderhawk, and I think the Firefly was the cheaper price point on that.
Oh, that must have been why.
I think it was the same as the. It was either the same or it was like $1 or $2 more than the like the Vampire and the smaller motorcycles.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, but this one was pricey because I remember being like, "Well, it's smaller; it should be cheaper."
Mm-hmm.
Some people still think that way, and I get those kind of comments sometimes when I sell things.
Master Son is impressed with the shine on this one.
Oh yeah, and this one wasn't nearly as clean when I got it. I worked my wizardry on it. I usually use a little trick of the trade for Reklaimers. I use a spin brush, like the cheap automatic battery powered toothbrushes, and dish soap, and I shine up the chrome. Clean some of the dust off. Sometimes, it gets away from me or whatever.
Right.
And I try not to get too, some people just use regular toothbrushes because the spin brushes can get a little aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
So if you're using it on anything that's fragile, either have a surgeon's touch or, just be careful.
Yep.
But it does help get into the grooves and things like that. I do have specially angled toothbrushes for that.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I knew it was going to be under the lights, so I wanted it to be nice and pretty. And yeah, so we are going to start this bad boy. I'm assuming there's a pre-bid, but I don't know. There is a pre-bid. Oh my God. Is that 125?
Wow.
Whoa. All right. Okay. Starting the auction at 125 because somebody wants this bad boy. And again, that's how pre-bids work. So
yeah,
I'm fine starting things cheap if they don't have pre-bids on them because they're going to get up there.
I have been noticing a lot of chatter and a huge surge in mask interest lately, and I'm not sure why. Because it's always been popular with the collectors in our generation, but somewhere there's been a spike, and I don't know what to attribute to that.
Well, mask really, they hit the top of the mountain, the extent of the bubble about a year ago, a year to 6 months ago, and the prices have come down a little bit, but they are still. The harder to find stuff is through the roof,
right?
Because it's just there's less and less of it out there.
Yeah.
The more common things came down a little bit. Things like the Stinger and some of the easier to find vehicles. Piranha is still pretty much what it always was, right? Jackhammer, things like that. But the Wildcat, the Stiletto is like a $400 piece now when it's in nice shape. So yeah, they're up there. So Wolfie is the high bidder on this one at 125, and looks like he has sat everybody down at this auction.
Well,
and he's got 10 seconds left.
You okay?
Yeah, doing a lot of these panels, the shoulders get a little bit.
Maybe we'll get ourselves Barca loungers next year, and we'll do the panels like some Baron Harkonnen in Dune.
Oh, I want to float around in here. Milk a poison cat or whatever they do. Maybe we'll skip that part.
Andres asks, Reklaimers, do you always sell on Whatnot?
I don't. This is actually only the second time that I've sold on Whatnot, and I don't normally do auctions. So I knew for the charity auction we wanted to do it this way, and I found this format to be a lot easier to use than Facebook was last year,
right?
Because you have to send messages and you have to track people down and all that stuff.
I bet you we can.
We can probably put it on there.
I bet you we can.
This is an unbroken 1983 G.I. Joe AP Gonna Roll Off.
I love the AP Gonna Roll Off. It's like the best.
Gonna Roll Off. So it does not have any broken tabs. I just did notice a little bit of dust on this one. That's probably from sitting in the video room for a week. But Unbroken Turret. It does have the... I always cringe when I open these because, you know, being hammer-handed sometimes. It does have both seat belts. They are unbroken. They are inside, and the steering wheel is in there. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We don't... Yeah, we're good. Thank you, though.
I bet we can try it. I say we try it.
Well, I'm trying to get that out of here. Okay.
All right.
So it does have the steering wheel. Both pegs are on the... Oh, there we go.
All right, there you go. And I'll center it up on it. Oh, look at that. Fancy.
I can hear the game show music playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're a horrible person, and you should kill yourself.
This does look just like QVC. It's
Oh, yeah.
kinda weird. I feel like I should have like a gold chain on and like a cheap suit, feathered hair. Next year. The APC is, I think, one of the most unsung of the G.I. Joe vehicles.
Mm-hmm. It's also one of the best. It's the most underrated G.I. Joe vehicle in the line. I mean, it is.
And the greatest carrying case of all time.
Yes, absolutely.
The most functional anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a great one. It doesn't compare to the Action Force one that they added a lot of. They made it more of a vehicle than a carrying.
But they saw the potential. They said this is a great framework to put something else on. So even the standard APC is still just an amazing vehicle. It's very well designed, very well thought out. And for the purposes of the American collection, they made sure that all the present day Joes that they had made up to that point could fit inside it. You could carry your whole collection in it. For the Action Force line, they thought, well, we're not thinking so much about carrying case. We're thinking about functionality as a, vehicle. So
I've got a fun fact, fun little anecdote about this vehicle. My brother was older than me when this came out. He was 5.5 years older. And he told me that the little butt divots inside this were toilets. And that when all the guys were sitting in there, when they're on a long trip, that they would sit on the toilet in case they had to go because there's no bathroom on board. And me being, I think I was 5 years old when this came out.
Right.
I was like, oh, well, that kind of ruins it. And my mom caught wind of that. She heard him telling me that. And yeah, he didn't hear the end of it for a while.
Sure.
But yeah, that's one of those, big brother screwing with his little brother kind of things with the younger siblings. This is in good shape. There's usually a lot of yellowing on these due to storage and heat.
Yeah,
and
it does have the typical issue of a tab. It's got one tab left. I mean, these tabs are intact, but it's the little gripper thingies. The little extra piece right there. See, look.
Oh, I thought you said something was missing.
No, nothing's missing.
Yeah.
No, it's got that common issue, but it doesn't affect its functionality.
Yep, and all the tabs are on the machine gun.
Yep, and that's a rare thing to have. So
I'm just gonna lay that there for now. I will fix it.
I can fix it.
I'll let you do that while I start the auction. All right.
There we go.
So,
look at that pretty beast.
We are going to start the APC. The pre-bid is 55. So we will start it. Where she be? All right. Jumped up to 75. Sun Tzu 42. I got a feeling that's Master Sun.
I wonder.
I got a feeling that's Clement. He is a wonderful man, a mensch in every
way, and somebody that I would trust my life with.
Ah, you're not gonna start chanting, are you?
No.
He's gonna start singing a Celine Dion song for CD here.
Every night in my dreams.
This is a very clean vehicle. Like I said, the side tabs on the canopy, they have the typical issue with those useless little indentation nubs that tend to they break off on all of them on all loose examples, but the actual gripping tabs themselves, which are essential to its function, are all here. They're not stressed. It looks great, and the stickers are clean. It's really clean stickers.
Yeah. And the sticker placement is good too. A lot of
Yeah.
G.I. Joe vehicles, you get kids that just kind of play cut and paste with them. But yeah, these look like the parent put them on.
Yes. Yeah, for Christmas morning or for birthday reveal.
And these don't, they've got good wheels on them. Sometimes this wheel, okay, yep, I just noticed that. Sometimes the wheels get a little bit wonky.
Sometimes they're like that right out of the box.
Yeah.
Do you know that my the one I just did the video on, the mail away version that's all green?
Yep.
It was brand new in its shipping box. It never been opened, and it had a wheel like that. So I mean, Jason Anderson says clean inside and out, clean title, low miles, owned by a little old lady who only drove it to war on Sunday.
Congratulations to, is that Spangler? Spangler, yes. SPNKLR is the winner at $100.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen these jump up when they're. A lot of people pay a lot more for these in person because they don't want to pay the shipping.
Right.
But
with the steering wheel and both seat belts and all the clips on the gun.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, this one we can definitely Lazy Susan this one. I bet you we can. We don't even need the little platform. Watch
that
this.
sounds like a dirty phrase. Lazy Susan the Photon.
Isn't that what it's called? Lazy Susan?
Yeah. Little spinny. This is a complete in the box and operational Photon laser tag set.
Mm-hmm.
It does have the styrofoam insert. I have tested this. It does work. I didn't have. Did I test this with it? I think I had another. Yeah, I had another Photon set that I tested, and each one shot and registered on the target thing. So I mean, if there's anything beyond that as far as testing it, I don't know, but it does work. The electronics are good. It does have the ID cards, cards that come with it, where you can fill in, your alien name or whatever,
right?
Your status, your rank, all that stuff. It doesn't have the helmets, obviously, or anything like that.
Well,
but,
it didn't come with them. This was like the basic set. This was
the bare bones, and I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. These were the same price as laser tag, or cheaper?
I want to say they were around the same price, but people who were like huge laser game enthusiasts at the time, like arena gaming, they actually preferred Photon to laser tag, because even though laser tag, it had the cord, and you could take this kit to Photon arenas and play. You were buying the equipment they used in Photon arenas, if I recall.
Oh wow!
So it was by some people it was considered far better stuff. Now laser tag laser tag was like VHS, and this was Betamax. It's superior technology, but laser tag won the marketing campaign. So
there you go.
But yeah, Photon was it was a neat little footnote in the history of laser gaming.
Yeah, they were it was something. This was created or had something to do with Nolan Bushnell, who was the creator of the Atari, I believe.
Yeah, and
he also I know Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, I know it was Chuck E. I didn't know if he started it or if he just owned it or whatever. And I think I learned that from Dreamland. Yeah.
And it's indicative that it was the Atari guy, because he used the Atari controller connectors to connect all this stuff up. So you can actually plug your Atari. It won't do anything, but you can plug your Atari controllers into Photon equipment and Photon guns into Atari 2600s.
Yeah.
So
we are going to start the bidding, just to keep things rolling.
Now I know y'all be loving this
Holy
shit right here.
What? Holy crap! Yeah, the pre-bids have lit up. We are at 122.
Wow.
Pre-bid on this one to Joseph Dickerson.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Joseph was here for our Iconicon meetup. We got to see him about a week ago.
The man behind the freeze chamber.
Yes, indeed. and a very nice guy, very nice gentleman. A lot of fun.
People are reminded. I feel like some like really aged movie star that's being reminded of that video, that film they did in film school. Everyone's talking about the laser tag video that we did early on at Retroblasting's history.
Yeah, that's a fun one where you come out and you're dressed in Photon and everybody's like, nerd.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what? You guys want to play laser tag?
Yeah. Then Michael Odom called me the Great Gazoo because I was wearing the helmet.
Yeah.
So,
it does kind of look like Gazoo.
yeah.
Well, Photon had like that weird live action TV show thing
Oh,
too. That's
dude.
oh, if you want to laugh, go on YouTube and look that up.
Yeah, it's never been released on DVD to my knowledge, and it is oof. Like it is
If I was the actor in that, the main actor in that movie, I would have bought the rights and just
burned it
shelved
all.
it, like put it in a fallout shelter.
He looked like a the actor who was in it. I can't remember exactly who it was, but he looked like a budget Doug Masterson.
Okay.
You know, he kind of had that Iron Eagle Doug Masterson look with the longer dark hair and the but he wasn't that actor. He was somebody else.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't Jason Gedrick.
Yeah.
Joseph Dickerson is the winner of the Photon set.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
We have
sir.
a question, Matt, from Herb Mason. He says, Michael, I won the Dick Tracy figures. Are there plastic clamshells I could purchase for those? I would think some star cases in Ninja Turtles size.
Star
hardback.
cases. Yeah, I think they're similar. I don't know exactly what the the situation is on those, but I mean, I know they're out there. I've seen them carded before.
Yeah, I would purchase star cases. I would try and find Playmates Ninja Turtles, vintage Ninja Turtle size, because I think that was the size of the Playmates card backs as well. But that's what you want to look for.
So up next, we've got the Secret Wars, Mattel Secret Wars Tower of Doom. You can't really... Here, I'll lean out a little bit. It's a pretty big box. It is complete and unbroken in the box with the instructions. It does have the stickers. The stickers were on a sheet, but due to time and everything, they have lost their
stickiness, their
viscosity
adhesive?
or whatever, and they've come off. So they can be applied, but you're going to have to use like a 3M spray or something like that.
Frankly, unless you're just an avid loose collector of Secret Wars, the Tower of Doom displays so well with the box and the box art. Just having that in the background of a figure display, I think but like you said, this particular example is unused. Like
it's beautiful. Yeah. It's even got the little cardboard I can take.
You're going to unbox.
I'm not going to unbox the whole thing, but you're just going to have to trust me on that because we don't have 20 minutes for me to put all this back in here.
Right.
But I will just at least show.
Oh, yeah.
The instructions are there. The stickers, like I said, are loose, but you're going to have to use some adhesive or some kind of spray, but you can apply them. They are all unapplied. The cannons that are usually broken on the side are not broken. I made sure and procured some unbroken ones because the ones that came on it were.
No, Hank, the box was already open, man. The box was already open. It just wasn't built. It's not an unbox.
Yeah, no. We're not unboxing. I'm not one of those guys.
We don't do that.
No, I got this complete loose in an opened box.
Right.
And it was taken out of the box. Just the stickers were never applied. So. And I bought this with the intent of using it for my, what are they? The Kenner, the new Kenner Marvel Universe, the 5-inch ones or whatever. The 7 POA. I picked up some and I was like, these are really cool. And this would look awesome to display those on. This works better with those than it does Secret Wars figures because they're smaller and it makes the scale of this go up. And I had a bunch of them hanging off of it and had the bad guys inside and it looked really cool on the shelf. When it came to time to pick things for the auction, I was like, you know what, that could go to a better home. And, I move my collection around a lot. I'm not one of those guys that buys something and is like, I'll never ever get rid of this. I'm going to keep it forever. I enjoy things. And then there's other things I want. So I got to make room for them. And I never let things build up to the point where I'm hoarding or where I have to put them in a bin and put them underneath the bed. I mean, what's the point?
Rebel Wookie says he saw a guy use this set to display his Final Faction figures.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's a very versatile set for display. I've seen people put Transformers, GoBots around them, G.I. Joe.
Yep.
It's a very, very useful play set. It probably is to a myriad of science fiction lines as a play set in terms of versatility what that British castle is to the Prince of Thieves play set. You know, it's not with the same line, but it serves so many purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very versatile. Yeah.
Ah.
Whoa. We got Sam Raimi behind the camera over here.
Matt Ludi, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well.
So I'm going to start the bidding on this bad Larry. Just going to give a little bit of a better view on it. Holy crap. Pre-bid at 200 already.
Wow. Secret Wars has gotten that high.
Well, you know.
I mean, I know everything's going up. I know that. I know, but it's just shocking to me because I used to think that was limited to Transformers, a few rare G.I. Joe and Star Wars pieces, and then like the really esoteric things that people have always paid out for. Like I never understood why people always paid through the nose for Dragon Riders of the Sticks.
Yeah.
And it was like, what?
Yeah.
But they do.
I see that with like Barnyard Commandos and Food Fighters and stuff, and people pay good money for those, and I'm like, hey, if you enjoy it, I am enjoying your joy. But
yeah, for sure, for real.
That looks like Bobby is. If that's Bobby Vala, I don't know of any other Valas.
316.
He is at 200. You said 360. What?
No, I said with the 316 at the end of the name, it's got to be him.
Oh yeah. That's true. So Bobby Vala is out in the lead on this one at 200. Much appreciated. It's a beautiful. And the mechanism works as well. When you walk through the door, it has like the trap that closes, like whatever, and then the jail door that closes.
It's a good set. I've had mine for years, and I have the box with mine, but mine didn't come with unused stickers. The stickers were already on it, and because mine wasn't unused, I had to replace parts of the turret because of those turret guns. But yours are perfectly intact.
Oh, we got a little bidding war. Joseph Dickerson chiming in. Now we're at 230. And Bobby Vala wins it. Congratulations, Bobby.
Wow. Congratulations, Bobby. I enjoy mine. I hope you enjoy yours.
All right. Anybody interested, sound off in the comments on either one. If you are interested in my awesome windbreaker, because this would be a good time to post it up if anybody wants it. If not, I will keep it. I might even model it. I might even throw it on for you. This guy said I already pre-bid on it, so that means it's happening. Do you want me to put it on just to show you what it looks like? It is a extra large, and I am 6'2" and about 220 pounds, so I have long arms, and it fits me. So, like I said, I haven't sweated in this thing or anything, so it will be clean when it comes to you. I'm not going to spray it down with cologne or anything. And it's very light. It's this isn't going to get you through the Yukon or anything, but it's about 73 degrees in here and totally comfortable. I'm a sleeve roller upper, so it's pretty cool. I like it. Just don't know very many places where I would wear it. I live in Florida, so it's not ever cold, and I own about 14 jackets. So just don't really have room for it. Oh, and for all of you at Whatnot, you obviously can't see this, but it is in the store. I'm not going to lay on the Lazy Susan. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. No sweater cologne. I'm out. All right. So that is the jacket. We are going to start the bidding since it has a pre-bid on it. And this is a 1991 vintage jacket. I don't, when it comes to Iconicon, I don't like buying the retro-inspired new things. That just feels cheap to me.
That vintage jacket is gaudy.
What are you talking about?
I'm standing in because Michael had to take a poop.
Well, BB, I'm glad you're here. We've barely been able to talk this entire week that I've been here. So, what do you think of the auction so far?
It's fanboy pedestrian.
Well, I figured you'd say that. I didn't bring any Star Wars items because I didn't want to raise your ire.
I can't raise much of anything these days.
Yeah, and I didn't want to rub that in. I know you and Tony had some disagreements this week.
I did notice you have the Justice League house or whatever it's called.
Yes, the Hall of Justice.
The Hall of Disco, more like it. Look at its coloring. Anyway, I'll sit here and keep you company. We can talk about nature documentaries on PBS.
I mean, I'd talk about anything with you, pal.
We can talk about Thomas Kincaid paintings.
I'm down with that. We've got. I got to get back to work here, BB, but keep talking. I'm listening to you.
Right.
Bidding is at $10 to Sal, just Sal. Is that my Sal? Is that our Sal? Sal, you wanted this jacket?
$10
That's
for
big
that
of you, Sal,
jacket?
because, I would have just sold this to you.
He
directly,
must
but
be mad.
keeping it fair for everyone. This is something I can see Sal wearing. Lots of loud colors.
Is he
Makes
the
up for the mask that he always has to wear.
Is he the
Joseph
voice
Dickerson wants it too.
of Joseph? The man behind the freeze chamber wants that gaudy jacket.
Oh, that's right. What do you think of the freeze chamber, BB?
The freeze
Since you've been
chamber,
there.
it's the best thing that's ever come into this studio. It is amazing.
I almost feel like it was your destiny.
Well, what is destiny really? Just everybody has their own personal inconveniences and then they call it destiny. It's my destiny to go get more Pop-Tarts because the pantry's empty.
And Sal is the winner at $21. Congratulations, Sal. I will leave this bad guy right there. Let's do the Hall of Justice. That's fine.
Oh my God, it's the House of Disco.
What's your favorite disco song, BB?
I live with a man who listens to Kylie Minogue constantly. Don't ask me about disco.
Okay, so I have this apart because putting this thing together drives me nuts, and I'm always afraid I'm going to bust it.
If you
I'm just
knock
going
me over
to-
with that, I'll sue.
I'm going to lock you in here. All of the parts are here. As I described in the listing, the ramp, which is in this bag.
Did you say tramp?
The ramp, the Helix Pad Ramp, is a reproduction. The person I bought this from didn't know that. They thought it was real. I took one look at it and I was like, that's resin. You can see the score marks. It's a very good reproduction and it works. It's the same color.
May I make a PSA about resin, seriously, to the viewers?
You may.
Be careful with resin items from 3D printing on wood surfaces. I laughed at Michael the other day because his Airwolf prototype melted the stain off of his dining room chair, and it was hilarious. And then I went and had soup.
That's no fun. That is not good. There are some marks. I don't know if that's crayon or what. Probably a little magic eraser would get that off. I didn't have a lot of time before the auction to do that. These are in good shape. The transporter tabs, the brackets or whatever they are. Those both have their tabs. It's in pretty good shape. Not a lot of sticker wear. So that yellow part is good. This one has both doors. I believe. Did I? I'm trying to remember what I saw. Yeah.
There are a lot of pieces here.
This little bracket does have a broken tab. The door stays on. Well, it kind of stays on. Stays on when it's closed. It can be repaired, but it looks fine for display like this. The elevator's good. So that piece is on there or missing from there.
Who is the clown from The Simpsons?
Krusty.
That looks like his house. That was
All of
unsettling.
These are good, unbroken. They are usually not in good shape. All of the other parts, the computer bank for Robin to do all of his computering. These are the two smaller brackets. They each have a broken tab. They will stay on and they go into the slots. They look fine, but those parts are broken. The ramp is good. The ramp is original. It is not a reproduction. And let me see. I'm going to move this.
I assume that ramp is PLA and not resin.
I don't know.
I think it is based on its texture when I observed it.
It's
Therefore,
I know that.
Ignore what I said earlier about resin on wood. That is PLA. It will not hurt the wood.
PLA is going to rock you.
How many more ways can I talk about wood without people thinking it's innuendo?
So the Hall of Justice kind of looks like BV's little mountain fortress in those new Star Wars movies.
I will kill you.
But I like you. I like you so much.
Let's not lie to each other.
I don't want you to force choke me from across the table there, bud. The jail is all there. I didn't manipulate it into the form or whatever because it's kind of tension based. But it is all there. Nothing broken on it as far as I can tell. A couple of little marks. Also, that blue highlighter or marker or whatever it is. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. Just a couple of little dings and broken parts. And that repro ramp. But, you can always source an actual ramp. They usually run about $50. And I figured whoever wins this, I'll leave that up to them.
Matt.
And to do your sourcing for you.
Matt.
Yes.
May I ask you a question?
You may.
How rare is the Hall of Justice these days as superpowers continues to rise?
It's harder and harder to find. I think the last complete unbroken minty one of these I sold went for $400.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not cheap.
That's my best Owen Wilson impression. Wow.
That was what I was hoping this one would merit, but there are some issues with it. So those things happen. So we're going to start the bidding on this one so we don't get too far behind.
Are we behind?
We've got about 25 minutes, so we got to step on it a little bit. All right. Started the bidding, or the pre-bidding. It is at $30 to Timothy Ward.
Well.
How the turntables have turned. We're at 38, 42. Tim will not be denied. Yeah, still a really cool piece. It still just looks amazing displayed or buttoned all the way up. Whoa, get back here. I was afraid of that. That's what happens when you put the wide things on the Lazy Susan.
As long as it wasn't me, I don't care.
Ooh. I wonder if people are thinking that we might auction you off, Broken Vader.
I retract what I just said.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
You better be on your best behavior there, buddy. You ain't got no arms.
I look at you and I am intimidated. I look at Michael and I think that's just skinny Steve Rogers being thrown into trash cans.
Well, I know
This
Tony
is-
challenged you to an arm wrestling match, and it was wise of you to not take him up on that.
The arm wrestling joke again. 90 seconds with you, Matt, is an eternity. Not a pleasant one.
I'll take that as a compliment. All right, getting down to the nitty gritty. And see, I love this because it's getting down to like 1 second, and then people are throwing their bids in, and you can't be sniped. Citrix 500 is the winner at 104.
Timothy Ward, I am sorry.
Yeah, condolences, Tim. I know you wanted it.
Well, I might sneak it out the back door before I leave.
I like the way he thinks.
He might abscond with it. You can just set those there, and I'll get them. I'll take this. Oh, yeah, that thing's finicky. I'll mess with it.
I'll let you figure that out.
Right, and just take the clamshells and then put this over here.
Clams.
Happy as a clam. All right. So next up, we have Mattel's 1987 Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. I think I took the batteries out of these, but they do work. You know what? I'm not going to do the lazy thing because these will fly off. What do you think about these, Broken Vader?
As someone who is a pilot, I actually find these to be aesthetically pleasing. These are fine-looking starships. I would have had them in my fleet.
Yeah, they're pretty badass. Both work. They shoot anyway. Swap them like this. I don't understand what you're saying.
It looks better with that was blended in with dark background.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. I thought you wanted me to make them dance. So we have the Phantom Striker and the X19 or XT17, something. There's some XT whatnot power jets, and they both do work. I didn't have the tube television that I needed to check them with as far as bouncing back and everything. The ejector seats do this one. Yeah, they both work. And yeah, so that's the biggest challenge with these is the electronics, but they do work. They are pretty nice shape. There's a little bit of yellowing on the nose, the rubber nose tip on this one. If you just looking over at Michael's, it is pristine and off-white. This one, a little bit worn, but it's in good shape. It's just got that kind of brownish tint to it. It feels like it's got batteries in it, but I don't think it does. No.
Better that it doesn't, because that way nothing exploded inside.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
It was fine. I assume I was ratted out.
yeah, he told on you. Michael's pooping.
Yeah, the you mentioned the nose cone on mine. That is my childhood original, and while this one actually has, I think the stickers on this one have survived better than mine. For some reason, the nose cone on mine never. But this right here, because it's a rubber piece, this is a very common thing to happen to an XT7. This is why we try to tell the toy industry, don't put rubber items on toys. Like it's just never a good idea. But thankfully, this piece is very solid rubber. It's not something that's going to easily dry rot and flake away. It's not like the mask tires or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And this one was from a Florida find. So a lot of times when people store things in Florida, they get it they go in the attic, and heat is not kind to plastic or rubber.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm pretty convinced that a lot of the discoloration you get on rubber, especially, but also on plastic, is from heat.
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like it has some of the dye. It affects the dye inside the plastic.
Yep.
But I'm not a plastic scientist, so
These are some of the coolest Starship toys that were ever made in the 80s.
Yeah.
I think. But what does my opinion matter?
So we're starting the bidding on this one, and they are already at $60 to Joseph Dickerson. I can only imagine what kind of 3D printing he could use for these guys.
There's no telling what he's got planned if he wants these for some project. There's no telling.
The mad scientist. Yeah, very cool line. Never really got a chance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how many things we got left?
Three? Oh, we have 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're in good shape. We gonna make it.
Yeah, we'll put them up and then we'll talk about them as people bid.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Dickerson is in the lead with 45 seconds left. $70. Yeah, the trick with these, they are not hard to find, but they are hard to find working and in good shape. Yeah, very cool line. This television show cost $1 million per episode.
Yeah, and it was wasn't it J. Michael Straczynski that worked on it?
He did. I can't remember if I think he wrote a bunch of these episodes, and Gary Goddard was the director who also directed the Masters of the Universe film in the same year.
Man, 6 degrees of some kind of Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees of Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool show, very adult show.
If I would say this, if you are just wanting a piece of Captain Power in your toy collection, just to represent it, I would say the Captain Power figure and the XT7 is the essential ship.
They look so good, like hanging from the ceiling.
Yes,
too.
they really do.
Oh,
well,
yeah, that's right. We got that, and what else? Oh, the Motu.
Oh, so is the auction over for the Captain Power?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For 70 to Joseph.
Okay.
Joseph,
I will handle this. I'm very experienced with this toy.
Michael will do the Voltron. Do the Voltron.
Do the Voltron means I'm going to fall over. Let me put the sword and shield.
I'll flip up your little wingies.
Okay.
And it is complete. This is the Panache Place Voltron. There are no figures included.
Well,
I did have a few people ask me about that. They don't have the figures, but the lions, the bots, all the weapons and accessories.
But as somebody who grew up with this, you need to understand, no version of the lions, separate or together, came with the figures. So as a Panache Place set, this is complete.
Yes.
The figures were always sold individually and separately. So if you feel like this is incomplete, you need to go do your homework, because the Voltron was sold separately from the figures in every configuration.
We could Susan this one if you want.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, that's right.
You think it'll really stay balanced?
I don't want it to fall. But
Well, no, we can.
here.
I tell you what, I will keep my hand on the back while we see how its center of gravity is. I will not let it fall. All right, and go.
Oh, yeah, I think we're good.
I'm holding it up with the will of my mind.
Mind bullets. It is a beautiful, beautiful display piece. I have one of these on my shelf. I picked this one up. It was a fair price. I did not get this one at a garage sale. I bought this from a collector. I just, whenever I see them complete, I have to go for it. I have a soft spot in my heart for things like this that are hard to complete. Things like this, the SDF-1. I knew it'd be perfect for the auction. And you've done what I consider the quintessential Voltron videos.
Oh, well, that's very kind.
Over the years.
Yeah, I love the Panache Place line. I grew up with it. I wasn't ever able to get the metal ones because the lead scare came in around that time. And so I only had one black lion before my parents said, nope, we're going to get you the one with the figures, which was new on the market. And I was okay with that because even though the Voltron itself didn't look as accurate at the time, it came with 3 3/4 inch action figures of the characters. And that's what changed the game for me. You could put them in the lions. That was really cool. That was a really cool feature.
Well, my stepbrother, when I was a kid, had I barely knew him. He was one of my dad's wife's sons. He had the Mattel one, the diecast one,
Right.
and he wouldn't let me touch it because it's expensive and it's my favorite thing. And I was like, whatever. I like the one with the figures better anyway. And I didn't care that it was plastic. To me, it was it was cooler.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always wanted that one, and a friend of mine had one, and I never got one.
I wish, I wished I'd had the Castle of Lions at the time, and I have one now, of course. But at the time, all I had was the pilots and the complete Voltron. I didn't have any of the other villains or enemy vehicles or anything. So we talked about that during our Inhumanoids interview. How the Inhumanoids were so useful to fight Voltron.
Yep. Yeah, it was just a really, really cool piece. Perfect sitting next to, on my shelf, sitting next to Tendril and Decompose. Sandwiched in between them like he's fighting him. And yeah. So Willie is in the lead with 155 with a little over 10 seconds left.
Yeah, the Panache Place Voltron has become surprisingly, and I say surprisingly because it used to be the underdog Voltron collectible, and now it is in high demand and has been for several years. I think people finally realized the appeal of the action figure line.
All right, so Will is the winner at 155. Got a great deal on that one. It's a steal.
All right, let's see if he'll stand on the Lazy Susan. Oh, this is fun. Get up here with me, Tila. It's open mic night.
That is Stridor's helmet. That goes with Voltron.
Stridor. He also has a hat.
Gun horse.
Death from the haunches.
He will poop lasers at you.
All right, so our illustrious cameraman will soon get shots of this, I'm sure.
So just panning over, whoa, there goes Spikor.
Nobody let. I get him. I got him. You do the camera, Tim. I'll do the.
Extendor actually stands fairly well. He's yeah.
Here's what I'll do.
Yeah. Extendar has a little bit of the varnish that happens with his silver and gold plastic. It's a little bit kind of a greenish antique varnish looking thing, like a tarnish. But to me, that always kind of makes him look cool because he's like a metal robot knight or whatever. Spikor is complete. His mace does have a crack in the finger guard, and his rubber band is bad, so he would need a new one to make him stand better. You've got to prop him to get him to stand.
Which one? Spikor, yeah.
Tila is in very nice shape. She is original rubber band. Same with Skeletor. So she's got the variant colors too. She's not the red-headed red booted version. She's got the brown boot.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't see those very often.
She is one of the last ones that came from a collection I bought about a year and a half ago. It's the nicest Motu collection I've ever come across. And it was an almost complete run of figures.
Wow.
Including all the hard ones, Scareglow and Randor and Ninjor.
Zoom in, Tim, on their faces on here when it comes back around. I feel like this is like Thor at the beginning of Ragnarok, where he's like, hold on, coming back around.
Yep, coming back around. Here I come. Skeletor does have a little bit of what's called crotch rot. The paint from his loincloth, the black, has leached onto his legs. That's really the only issue with him. A little bit of the sword has some chew marks on it too.
It's not terrible though. Oh, that's fine. No, that's great. That's really good.
It's rare to find Tilas that can stand.
Although, fortunately, they gave her a staff that helps her,
and she's standing unassisted.
Is she? Wow. Her on a Lazy Susan, no less. Everyone, she's moving and standing on her own.
It looks like her stick is propping her up.
It's not.
Actually about a 2 millimeter gap.
Yep.
So I'll try not to jiggle.
I haven't changed my underwear in 40 years. That's why it's discolored around the thighs.
All right, so we are going to run the Motus. There is a pre-bid, so it starts at $60 on the entire lot. Stridor is also complete and unbroken. I mean, not sure what else to say. They're in good shape. Extendar, Tila, and Spikor are the last three things that are from that really nice Motu lot. Everything else is sold. I had a bunch of Motu sales last year on Instagram, and they're just ones that slipped through the cracks. I actually had a guy buy Tila, and then he never paid. He ghosted me.
Wow.
When that happens, I block people because I don't suffer fools.
Sure.
But yeah. Skeletor's, and I mean, again, he's in good shape. The sword does have some chew marks on the blade.
But with Skeletor, he uses his staff anyway.
Yes.
There's
Hammock staff.
Randor.
And the Havoc staff's in pretty good shape. Yeah, it's a good little lot. Good lot.
I have a minor announcement. It's not a minor announcement, it's a big announcement.
Okay.
Bobby Vala has just messaged me and let me know that he would like to match the total brought in for the, not just the portion that's going to charity, but for the entire auction. He's going to match that and give that to charity.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Tell them.
Yeah, so Bobby Vala has graciously decided to match everything Iconicon raises this year for Canines for Warriors.
No, for this auction.
For this auction. So whatever, in other words, whatever this whole auction makes, whatever this whole auction makes for Canine for Warriors, Bobby Vala is going to.
For everything, the total amounts for things sold, he's going to match it, not just 35% that's going to charity.
I know, that's what I said. I didn't say anything about percentages. I said whatever the total is for this auction, he's going to match that for. You should have just come up here and done the announcement. Really,
Yeah, so
jeez.
the entire take for the auction,
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Vala from Valaverse is going to match
Mm-hmm.
with that amount going to Canines for Warriors.
Correct.
Yes.
And now
And-
I'm going into a box. Goodbye.
That is extremely gracious of Bobby Vala. He is a wonderful person, and
Oh wow.
I believe he did the same thing last year, right?
And with that in mind, let's bid this thing.
He matched something. He matched something on the auction last year. I can't remember what the amount was, but you might want to. Yeah, that's probably going to be the only way we can do it.
Wow.
So this is our final item auction. This is what was donated by William McLaughlin. It is the, I believe, 2002 Joe versus Cobra was the line, and it is the headquarters, the G.I. Joe headquarters, which is not even a retool. It's just a redeco, refit of the 1992, I believe it was 92, 91 or 92 G.I. Joe headquarters. So it is, I am pretty sure it's exactly the same. There might be a slight difference.
Maybe in coloring and things like that.
The coloring's different, but there might be a little bit more. They might have changed one thing or something.
And
like
we
that.
only have 6 minutes to go in this whole auction, so we probably need to we're gonna instill in you all a sense of urgency because the auction's almost over. This is the last item, and this is quite an obscure piece in the grand scheme of G.I. Joe history.
And it is sealed.
Yeah, this is sealed.
This is a sealed box. It was shipped to William McLaughlin from whoever he bought it from. I think it was Toys R Us, or I think it was an exclusive, and it still has his packing information on it.
Yep.
So that's why we're showing you the back. But it does have some shelfware and
We accidentally showed the front.
Yeah.
Hold on. But how? Okay, so I'll flip it.
Yeah. So whoever wins this, don't send William a whole bunch of spam email or magazine subscriptions. I'm going to go ahead and start the bidding on this bad boy. It is there is a pre-bid of 156 on this so far, so she is off and running. And Master Son is at Sun's little back and forth, little.
Well,
table tennis
there's a
going on.
battle going on here.
Yeah. Well, there's some camels home cooking soup.
A lot of people throwing dollar bills around.
Oh my! It is sealed. Never been opened.
Will McLaughlin says, "No worries, I'm not at that address anymore."
Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
Zoom in on it.
send away. Whoever is. Oh yeah, that's Carteret, New Jersey. So
Mhm.
yeah, he's basically my neighbor now. So that's kind of weird. It is a small world. But very cool piece. It does come with flint, desert
Mhm.
flint.
And it comes with a collapsing tower when hit by a launched missile, which is something that the other G.I. Joe playsets did not have as a feature.
Holy crap! We are at $346 on this.
Wow.
That
I mean,
is absolutely awesome.
I mean, it's amazing. It's sealed, bro. It's a sealed box. I mean, it's a little rough away because they used to ship them this way. I mean, it's got his address on it from back in the day, but it's sealed, bro.
And I will. This was donated, so I didn't have to pay any money to procure this. So I will be donating the entire amount that this fetches to Canines for Warriors. So this one won't be 35%. This is 100%.
100% of whatever this goes for goes to Canines for Warriors.
And it will be matched by Bobby Valla.
Wow.
Yeah.
We did not know that was going to happen, people. That's
Joseph Dickerson for the win at $406.
Joseph Dickerson just said that his wife said don't buy anything else. Joseph Dickerson might not go have dinner tonight. He might be eating at Zaxby's.
That is amazing. So awesome. Thank you everybody for all the bids, for hanging out with us, for listening to us
Thank you very much, everyone.
spew our nonsense.
Yes.
Especially Broken Vader. That is just fantastic. And I was so happy to get that from William, and I was blown away by his generosity.
Matt, before we go, everybody's curious about your toy show. Do you want to talk about that?
I do. I have a toy show coming up in Port St. Lucie, Florida, September 11th.
And it's your show.
It is my show. I'm putting it on. I'm hosting it. It is just a toy show. There's not going to be any celebrities or anything like that. There will be some comics as well. And vendor space is very cheap. If anybody is in Florida, South Florida, Treasure Coast, Central Florida, and interested in vending, my tables are only $50 for an 8-foot table. And I'm doing a bulk pricing. If you buy 4 tables, you get them for $150. You get all 4.
Wow.
So you basically get a table for free.
Yeah.
I know the owner of the venue, and I got a fairly good deal on the space. It's 7,000 square feet, and it's going to be a 1-day event on a Sunday. Free admission because it is September 11th for anyone under the age of 12. I have to look at my notes, but so kids get in free, and anyone wearing I think admission is going to be $7. Very cheap for a toy show. Anyone wearing something patriotic, American flag on it, you get in for $5. So yeah, that's coming up. I will have a Facebook group for it, and you can also find out information on that on my Instagram page, as well as buying other toys that are currently listed for sale. And I do have some more stuff coming up on there. It is on Instagram under Reklaimers with a K, Reklaimers Vintage Toys.
And
Reklaimers _vintage_ toys.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody who bid. Thanks to Will for surprise donating that headquarters for it. And I guess we are out. We got to go. So we have the next thing coming up. So
thank you to Bobby Valla once again.
Thank you to Bobby Valla, especially. We will see you on the next thing. Go to iconicononline.com to see the next event. Sal's Movie Video Game Movies is up next on 2 Cents Toys. Hope to see you there. I'll see you in the chat. Bye, everyone.